When the opponent is down, finish it off. This is a powerful ending. And it leads us to a brand new beginning. And you're going to reflect on your life, and you're going to go back to 2017. And you're going to look at that window of time. This is a completion of a period for many of our lives. You know, the signs are in the heavens, and just like little keys, certain events, certain celestial activities, they unlock certain things just like a specific key. It's not always the most powerful thing, but it's that specific key that unlocks a door. This is an unlocking that's happening right now. This is a massive ending for a great beginning. Joy, happiness, freedom, sovereignty. That's what's on the other side. It's waiting for you, kid. Yeah, it's waiting for you. And these are things, these are energies, these are concepts that will be unlocked for you. So this really marks a very powerful ending, and I'll be sharing about my journey, and we're all going to be collaborating on this because so many people are going through this right now. It's a very powerful year. It is the 8 years, the year of abundance. This is the 9 month. It's 999. It's over, kid. You could write it in the comments. 999. It's over, kid. And it's been about time. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly hit the like button? I'm very grateful for that. It helps others find this message. It helps others become empowered. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Michael, and I discuss the ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. The supermoon eclipse is a powerful ending. When you have a supermoon, it's closer to the Earth. The electromagnetic tug is a little bit stronger. Combined with an eclipse in the supermoon, synergistically, it causes intense change. Energy is the ability to cause change. So there's a massive potential for so much change if you will take this opportunity, if you will take this moment in history and grab onto it and put your best foot forward. And don't, take the, I'm gonna do a full moon ritual. Yeah, I'm gonna put crystals out. You could do all that stuff, right? You could write it down, but you're gonna have to get up off your backside. You're gonna have to do things that you are going to allow. This energy's there right now. I could tell you about it, but will you incorporate it into your everyday life? I don't know the answer. Only you know the answer. Moving forward, we're changing the game. This is a change from victimhood to empowerment. We leave an age of narcissism and we enter an age of leaders. Leaders lead. And that's what each and every one of you need to do moving forward. You need to lead. There's an anointing upon you, and the anointing is coming to the surface right now. What does this time period bring? Clarity of the path. We talk about the triple C. Oh, the triple C, baby. Crystal clear clarity. When you have crystal clear clarity, that is so important. Light, we talk about the return of the light of Christ. Light is information. So the moon is going to be eclipsed. You see the light goes away. Now we're in the darkness. It's getting reset. Boom, here comes the brand new light. When you navigate a dark room, if you don't know what's in it, you could trip over stuff. You need the information so you know how to navigate. Absolutely. Ethereal seer, clairs are online. You got to really tap into your spiritual senses along with your regular senses. This is a time period to finish off the old. Embrace the new. What does that mean, Uncle Mike? when the path is cleared, oh, you're gonna move forward without any friction at all. We're in the flow state. No viscosity, the resistance to flow. There's no viscosity anymore. No, we are flowing. We are sliding. We are flowing. This removes this energy. Emotional blockages are removed. Obstacles come to an end. You might be getting this message, and you could think about your life and answer. You could answer authentically. Have you grown the most in the past 7 years? Have you grown the most in the past 2 years? And you could see, you know what? I had a lot of blockages in my everyday life. And then because of it, I had emotions in my body. And these emotional blockages in my body are preventing the new from coming into my body. You got to drop your baggage, son. Yeah, drop your baggage, son. You got to drop it. You got to drop it now. The obstacles are ending. You know, sometimes God puts his big foot down and we're kicking in. We can't move forward. Sit with it, sit with it, sit with it. All great mentors tell their students to sit with it. It's true. I didn't want to hear that years ago, but I could sit before millions of people and I could tell them the most powerful thing is to sit with it. Because sometimes we think we know best, but sometimes you got to sit with that obstacle. You got to sit in front of that mountain, and you're going to sit with that mountain for a year. And every day you're going to push and you're going to push and you're going to push and you're pushing on that mountain. And while you're doing that, you're building your spiritual muscles. That's why we go to the gym. We add the extra weight to make it harder to push against it to get those big, strong muscles. Well, our spiritual muscles have been doing this right now. And you've been sitting with the emotional blockages. You had the obstacles, and then you're going to realize that the obstacle is the way. The obstacle that was put before you. You said, oh, look at this giant mountain. How can I ever overcome this mountain? The obstacle is the way, and you push through that. This electromagnetic tug of this super full moon eclipse shifts us even further. When I started this channel, I talked about the post-full moon effect. It's still on the channel page. And sometimes, you know, you might be new to this, and you could say to yourself, you know what, I know when there's a full moon or a super full moon, it pulls the tide. Oh, it's extra high tide. Well, it affects the waters of the body as well. So the water of the body and your cellular memory, you know, there's a lot of memories. All the waters of that body, and some of them, it's kind of deep within you. Sometimes these things don't move. Sometimes we have to evict them out of the body. So this tug, this shift, it happens, and then all of a sudden you actually might feel a little lousy. You might feel lousy. I'm just being honest. You know, some people think the ascension journey is unicorns and rainbows. You will feel a little bit like shift because you're shifting, and your body is shifting. And there's a tug, a specific tug, and all of your body, all of your trillions of cells, all of the water is being shook up. We're shaking things up again. And now you're being shook up, assisted along. I practice what I preach. I set forth to leave messages that are authentic, that will last the test of time. I feel this. I'm sharing it with you. What am I doing on my everyday life? I'm in the middle of now a 3-day fast. We're going into day 3, baby. And I try to teach people. It's not, you know, if you really want change for your life, it's not just let's manifest, let's make a potion and it shows up. There's actual real effort that you have to put into it. There's actual sacrifice. Some people, I don't want to sacrifice. I want to be comfortable all the time. It's not comfortable. A lot of you could see the energy level right now. I have no food in my body. I've gone through this in many phases. I listen to my body. I know the importance of this time period. I'm going to assist it. I'm not going to put more viscosity. I'm not going to put more resistance to the flow. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to allow these energies to do what they need to do so that I can rise up to the highest version of myself. If you're feeling empowered, why don't you smash that like button? I appreciate that if you just joined this tremendous live stream. On the other side of suffering, you will find yourself. I call things how they are. You really think back in the past few years. Hasn't it been a lot of tough times since 2020? It's been tough times, but tough times don't last. Tough people do. It's true. So on that other side, you've been refined. You had emotional blockages. It's not your fault. This is what happens over the course of our journey. You might have a negative thing happen, right? And that trauma stays in the body. But we're dropping it right now. The obstacles that you came up against, they're out of the way. So now you can move forward to joy, happiness, freedom, sovereignty. You could write them down in the comments. You could write them down on a piece of paper. You have to embed it into your subconscious mind. This is now your reality. What's my reality, Uncle Mike? Joy, happiness, freedom, sovereignty. And I tell people, I was talking to my friend in the gym the other day, you know, freedom, your freedom is so important. You know, and some people, they don't mind being alone. Some people can't be alone. But your freedom, when you have your freedom taken away from you, when you can't make your own decisions, that's a very terrible place to be. If you're new to the channel, I talk about the Hawkins scale of consciousness. And you got to stay away from fear, guilt, and shame. All those frequencies are leaving. And you, the person that's tuned into this message right now, you might be getting this message right now, and you're saying, yeah, I've had enough of this shame. I've had enough of feeling guilty when I'm not even doing anything wrong. Is that you? Are you sick of it? Now it's time for the lions to rise. Your power, your potential is right before your very eyes. You could take this time period and finish it off. I don't have the same approach to other people. I am myself. I move forward with authenticity. And over time, it lasts. The illusion or spell, some of you know, that's why they teach you to spell in school. You're casting spell. Some people say words. But these words are worthless. It's an illusion. There's science behind this as too, yeah? Dr. Bruce Lipton says language was designed to hide feelings. All animals are able to pick up on vibration and frequency. You have to stay focused on that. You have to start being in tune to the frequency, not the words, not the spells, son. This is a bookend. Everything carries an electromagnetic signature. In 2017, the eclipse was also in Virgo. It's the similar type of eclipse, but now is a stronger alignment. This is a cycle completion. Right now, you don't have to wait any longer. Right now is a cycle completion. And you could feel this intuitively. A lot of people on their journey, you know, once you tap in, once you cleanse yourself, you are on point. You are focused. You have laser pinpoint accuracy. That's how I live my life. And you could see it's all about efficiency. You don't want to waste your time with activities that aren't really for you. Sometimes we're sitting around, why am I even doing this anymore? You don't want to waste your time in a job that's not serving you. You don't want to waste your time with a worthless relationship. That's not a relationship. It's actually a narcissistic parasite draining and feasting off of your energy. You're done with it. Now the real leaders are rising up. Sky Viking, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate each and every one of you. Freedom is being narcissist free. Stay in the light of the Most High. Absolutely. A lot of this discussion has been inverted out there. Sarah, wow, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you, Sarah. That's very beautiful. I'm very grateful for that, Sarah. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. This is how you move forward with spiritual warfare. Some of you hear about spiritual warfare. You have to know the difference between a narcissist and an empath. Some people make excuses, but we are who we are. We are who we are. Ask the question. Just ask questions. In science, we ask questions. Is this individual creating value, or is this individual destroying value? Is this person out there building, teaching, leading, creating for the world? Or is this person out there trolling, trying to drag others down, trying to knock others down to make them feel better? That's what you have to stay focused on moving forward. Jeffrey Taylor, I appreciate you. I prioritize my peace over anything. Oh, absolutely. Peace is everything. Authenticity all the way. Let's move into the 5D, light warriors. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that very much. No, seriously, peace is the most important thing. I don't care who you are. I want you to live in peace. I want you to live freely. You didn't come here to live in shackles. You didn't come here to live someone else's life. You came here to live your life. And in order, freedom is not free. Freedom is not free, light warriors. You have to work on it. You have to fight for it. You can get free of certain things. But if you hold on, some people hold on, oh, they're holding on to their own shackles. Sometimes we hold on to things that don't serve our greatest purpose. Let's put an end to all this old. Put an end to it all. Put an end to your blockages. Put an end to your obstacles. Sometimes the obstacles just lie in the subconscious mind. They're not even real. And sometimes we have to change our ways. And sometimes we have to reset ourselves. And sometimes we have to go into isolation and sit out on the beach with God. And then we will find ourselves. Because the true power is in knowing thyself. When you know thyself, that's where the power is. Oded, I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. Beloved Braveheart brother, I appreciate you, Oded. I love you, brother. Thank you for that. This is where we have to be. We have to move forward with a sense of urgency. Not let's get the pixie dust ready. Not let's put you can put the crystals outside in the moon. You can do it. But I'm just teaching you guys. This is how we actually do it. Maybe you're called to fast like your Uncle Mike at this time. Maybe you're called to take out the pen and start writing and working and putting your ideas down. And just listen. Once you get it down, you save it. Save it for another time. But sometimes we just, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it. Then you forget the ideas. You know, there's a lot of times. I even have a little app on my phone. Sometimes I get an idea for a video. I got to write it down right now. I got to do it right now with a sense of urgency. When you live your life that way, you become successful. This is how we truthfully ascend. We talk about true ascension on this channel. That is raising your vibrational frequency so you can embody a higher version of yourself. Not because I'm in a spiritual community, I have pixie dust and I have crystals and, and I tell people how to live their lives because I'm an ultra spiritual narcissist and I tell them how to live their life. Is that true? Oh, a massive shift is coming over the world right now. It's coming. It's bigger than it's ever been. You cannot be afraid to speak your truth. Your voice won't even shake at this time. So many times, whether I knew them personally or maybe trolls in the comments section, telling your Uncle Mike what videos he should do, don't do this video. They need to get the heck out of the way. Because they ain't creating, because they ain't building, because they can't do what you do. Utilize this energy to be the best version of yourself. 999, it's over, kid. You have to, when it's time, you know it's over, then you put your best foot forward. You could see the energy rising right now. And I take responsibility. Some people don't like the full moon video. I got to take responsibility. I thought I could just manifest it in like that. Right? No, I have to take responsibility right now. I'm fasting right now. I'm assisting it along right now. Do you think I wake up in the morning and say, well, gee willikers, I'm just going to drink lemon water because that's what I want to do all day long, right? Maybe I want to have a delicious grass-fed cheeseburger, right, with a ton of sea salt on it, right? Maybe that's what I want to eat right now. That's what sacrifice actually means. It doesn't mean to, what's the word? Like being a masochist. Like, so I see them out there. Some people, they do things and they're like punishing themselves and they don't even have to do it. That's not what we're talking about. Sacrificing is putting something aside so that you can do things for something that's so much greater. So that's what this time period. We are now in, this is going to be a very powerful couple of weeks now. Bookends. These are the shifts. These are the unlocking of the doors. These are the alignments. And it's happening right now. Yeah, the sticky notes, right? Yeah. Now you have to memorize. You have to surround yourself. These things all work, right? You write it down. You look at it every day. But the most important thing, you got to listen close. I want you to manifest. I want you to write things down. You want to do your vision board? I want you to do the vision board. You want to put your crystals outside? I want you to put your crystals outside. You got to get the message, though. You can do all that stuff, and it's worthless if you don't practice what you preach. You could write it down. Practice what you preach. All of this stuff is worthless if you don't get up and apply action. The manifestation is the intersection of conscious thought and radical action. I know the importance of this time period. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward for my channel and my community at this time. If you're getting empowered, would you please hit that like button? Why don't you consider subscribing to this channel? You could show up every day, 9 a.m. Eastern time, and we can get 1% better by the end of the year. You'll be in a brand new reality. Yeah. Small changes on a daily basis. That's how it's done. There's no instant overnight success. Very rarely a person could get that. But what is actually happening sometimes, you just might stumble across someone that put 6 years in and then had success. But you didn't see the 6 years. You didn't see the 10 years prior to it. That's where we have to stay focused on. And you need to know this because a lot of people are sitting out there and they don't have the right subconscious programs. Oh, it happens for other people. Well, guess what, kid? Now it's going to happen for you. Right? That's the empowerment. Now it happens for me. Now it happens for us. That's the energy theme you have to have. Jeffrey, I appreciate you staying green. They say it's not easy being green, Jeffrey. I appreciate that, brother. Nah, it's not easy being green. Heck, that was Kermit, right? I love the Kermit the Frog meme when he's sipping on the tea, just minding my business. He's looking out at the window, looking at nature. And Kermit's just sipping on his tea. You like that meme? You can hit the frogs in the chat. There it is, Sharon. Oh, man. Yeah, so that's what a lot of us are doing. We're just sitting back. Sometimes you just have to sit back and observe. Very powerful place to be. Very powerful place to be if you sit back and observe. Be the observer. It's time for leaders to lead. Don't be a follower. Be a leader. Don't be part of a crew, a cult, a clique. Be part of a family. How about that? How about that? You are an individual. Embrace that individualism. We're not cookie cutter. We don't follow this. Well, if you want to be ultra spiritual, you need to do this. Am I speaking the truth? Are you seeing the nonsense that's out there? You got to wake up, son. Right? Be the leader that you were destined to be. Leaders lead at this time. It's time to rise. This is 999. It's over, kid. This is a completion time period. Finish it off. That's the energy theme. Finish it off. Take your rightful place. Get up on a stage right now. It's time to take your rightful place. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid of your gaslighting friends. You don't have to worry about gaslighting trolls, narcissists, and dirtbags that are out there trolling you. You need to be yourself. That's what you need to do. This is the message that everyone needs to. You want a real full moon video? There it is, kid. There it is. That's the power of the eclipse. And I see it from both lenses because, listen, I'm an everyday life kind of guy. And I have friends in the gym. And a lot of people, they might, think some of this is spiritual woo-woo stuff. But I know that this energy is very potent and powerful. And it's the ability to cause change. You got to know your basic science. Energy is the ability to cause change. So with this extra energy, there is an ability to cause a massive change. Do you have that ability? Doesn't mean it's going to happen. You got to get up. You got to move forward. You got to ride the wave. Learn how to ride the waves. Ride that electromagnetic wave. Ride it, kid. Ride it. That's what we need to do at this time. And pick up your vibe. Don't be miserable. Be happy. I see a lot of miserable people out there. You ever smile? Are you out there? You got to smile. Get some smiles going in the chat. Why don't we smile? Have a good time. Let go. Let go. Don't live in the brain. Don't live in the mind space. Live in the heart space. Live in the heart space, yeah. I believe there's a synchronicity. We said it's not easy being green, right? The heart space is actually green, right? It's green. And it's not easy living in the heart. People want to think with their rational brain. They're going to have a difficult time moving forward. Live in your heart space. Laugh, clown. Laugh, clown. Come on, laugh. That's what we need to do. And the more you laugh, the more you keep your vibe high, and it's my honor to keep your vibrational frequency high. This is a powerful ending that leads to a new beginning. 999. It's over, kid. Finish it off. Finish strong. Cycle complete. And now we level up. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you'd like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. And it's happening by the second. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. It's my honor to show up every day. If you want to improve your everyday life, physically, mentally, and spiritually, if you want to take ownership, if you want to take responsibility for becoming the best version of yourself, why don't you subscribe to this channel? We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We have TikTok, Facebook, and Patreon. We had a tremendous live stream last night on Patreon. We discussed about the fasting and all different types of things that you could do right now. The link is in the description if you'd like to see that recording. And TikToks are out there. Hit me up on Facebook. Our Facebook community is growing like never before. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's my honor to show up, and I'm so grateful for your attention. It's the currency of the universe. Show up every day. Keep going. You just keep going. You're gonna make it. Make the jump. Make the jump now. I love you all. Keep going, kid.